Lowering the difficulty in a game should be simple. You're not having fun, you turn down the difficulty, you enjoy the game. But that's not what happens. Instead, you hesitate, you second guess it. Sometimes, you don't do it at all. So why does something meant to make the game easier feel so hard to choose? This can be either when starting a new game or changing difficulty during your playthrough, but the moment you see the difficulty options, you may think about choosing easy mode, especially if you are struggling with the game. So then you hover the option to change it and you hesitate. But why is that? The game has an easy mode for a reason. It's not like it's bad to use the tools available to you to make the game more enjoyable for yourself. So why does it feel so wrong? Well, for starters, it can feel like the reasoning for this happening is a very mental thing. You feel that there are invisible rules to follow. Seeing the option for easy sounds like it would be a relief to see if you were struggling with the game, and it is, until you see the option of normal beside it. This one word really messes with a lot of people. When you see there is a normal option to choose, it is seen as the default option, and if it is the default option, then that must mean the game was tailored to experiencing it with that level of difficulty. This thought process leads you to the conclusion that you wouldn't be experiencing the game the way it was supposed to be experienced if you go down to easy. It can almost feel like you are cheating or breaking the design of the game. All of a sudden, the challenging parts are easy, and you may not feel rewarded for completing them now that they are easier. We treat game settings like moral decisions, not like the preferences they actually are. This leads into the next issue with lowering the difficulty, and once again, it is a very human thing to feel. When you feel guilty for wanting to lower the difficulty, the majority of the time, this guilt isn't about the game. It's about how you see yourself. This is especially true if you have been gaming for many years and consider yourself a gamer. You equate the difficulty of the game to your overall skill in games, and sometimes you can tie your skill in games to your identity. Seeing things this way can make it feel like lowering the difficulty means that you are admitting that you are not good enough at playing the game how it's meant to be played, and this isn't a nice feeling to have. But once again, it's not the game's fault you feel this way. It's just the way we are. We don't like the feeling of not being able to do something we enjoy, but we also enjoy overcoming that challenge, and changing the difficulty feels like a cheap way around it. Not to mention, we don't like to see ourselves as not good enough. This is one of the more puzzling reasons you hesitate to lower the difficulty, but upon closer analysis, it is because we as humans are social creatures. Let me explain. When you really think about it, what is the reason that jumps out to you for why you don't want to lower the difficulty? That's right, it feels embarrassing. But why, if I may ask, do you feel embarrassed? It's not like anyone's watching you play, and even if they were, why does it matter? The majority of people couldn't care less what difficulty you are playing a game on. You may have the irrational fear that it would be horrible if someone found out that you played a game on easy mode. They would judge you and maybe say you played the game wrong. And by the way, if someone does say that, they are just a dumb person who doesn't like people having fun, so don't pay any attention to them. In the digital age we are in, it can be hard to not compare yourself to the streamers and YouTubers you watch, doing these insanely difficult and time-consuming challenges. Meanwhile, you may be struggling playing the game normally, so then you can see yourself as lesser than them. Really, it comes down to the fact that even when no one is watching you, it feels like they are. You see yourself as not playing alone, but playing in front of an imaginary audience. Depending on the type of gamer you are and the types of games you play, you may not relate to this, but I'd wager the majority of people feel this way. There comes a certain point where the difficulty of a game stops being fun. To be clear, I'm not saying that challenge isn't fun. The feeling of being stuck on a difficult section of a game or boss battle for a while and then finally beating it is unmatched. But this is only true to a certain extent for most people. Being stuck on a section for hours and hours, just throwing yourself at it and getting nowhere, is not really fun. And when you're in a situation like this, the enjoyment of the game is replaced with frustration. You become angry with the game and start to resent playing it. This can lead to you not even playing the game anymore because you just get so frustrated. So why not just lower the difficulty? Because at the point where you've put in hours and hours to beat something, it's not about having fun anymore. It's about proving something. In my mind, though, there really is nothing to prove. Speaking of which, there is a very big difference in you have to consider what you are actually trying to get out of playing games. Are you trying to enjoy your time with it and experience the story of the game? Or are you trying to prove something, whether that be to yourself, an imaginary audience, or an actual audience on YouTube or Twitch, or heck, even your friends? But when you really think about it, what does accomplishing this achieve? There is no reward for you suffering through a hard game or a hard difficulty level, other than saying you did it. Is that really worth it? To some of you, it may be. Personally, it depends on the game. If I am going into a game expecting it to be hard, that's kind of what I want out of that game. So lowering the difficulty would pretty much defeat the purpose of the game for me. But if it's a game where I want to see everything about the game and enjoy the story, I have no shame in putting the difficulty on something easier. You have to remember, using easy mode isn't a failure on your behalf. It's just a different way of experiencing the game. Your real problem isn't with easy mode itself. It's with the fact that you feel like you don't deserve to use it. Do you care about what difficulty level you play games on? Let me know why or why not in the comments down below. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't already, as it helps the channel out a ton. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and good gaming to you all.